We must remove and replace the system that gave us Trump in the first place.
Well, it's not a proud day for this country. How could it be a proud day when a man who was not elected by the people becomes president of the United States? How does that happen? The sentiment dripping with disbelief and a hint of outrage sets the stage for a dismantling of Donald Trump, delivered with the precision of a surgeon and the fervor of a seasoned political commentator.
We must remove and replace the system and the culture that gave us Trump in the first place. He did not just fall out of the sky and land in Queens. He is the result of a decades-long corporate takeover of our democracy and of us never correcting the three original sins of America: a nation founded on genocide.
Michael Moore, the documentarian known for his unflinching critiques of American society, unleashed a barrage of criticism so potent, so direct, that it left the MAGA world reeling. This wasn't just a critique, it was a demolition. The core of Moore's argument revolves around the perceived illegitimacy of Trump's power, the disconnect between his rhetoric and the reality of American values, and the consequences of elevating a figure seemingly detached from the concerns of ordinary citizens. The initial statement, questioning the very foundation of Trump's authority, immediately casts a shadow over his entire political project. Moore's critique isn't subtle. He accuses Trump of exploiting divisions, of peddling a vision of America that is fundamentally at odds with its history and its ideals. It's like they really believe that the average normal American wants to hear that they actually believe that we don't like immigrants. We are immigrants. We are all the children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren of immigrants, unless you are African American or unless you're amongst the first peoples that were here. This statement underscores a central tension: Trump's appeal to a specific segment of the population, often characterized by nativist sentiments, versus the reality of America as a nation built by immigrants. Moore's attack is personal, aiming at the core of Trump's carefully constructed image. He suggests that Trump's rhetoric is not only divisive, but also deeply hypocritical, given the immigrant roots of many Americans. This line of attack is designed to undermine Trump's credibility, to expose the contradictions between his words and the lived experiences of millions. The takedown, as described, wasn't just a series of reasoned arguments. It was a spectacle. Michael Moore just did what millions of Americans have dreamed of doing. He torched Donald Trump live on TV in front of the whole world with no mercy. This paints a picture of catharsis, of a pent-up frustration finally finding release. The description of the event as a no-holds-barred roast session suggests a level of intensity and personal animosity that goes beyond mere political disagreement. Moore's critique extends beyond Trump's rhetoric to encompass his track record, both in business and in politics. He paints a picture of a man whose success is largely illusory, built on a foundation of bankruptcies, failed ventures, and questionable practices. Trump's election is going to be the biggest you ever recorded in human history, and it will feel good for a day. Yeah, maybe a week, possibly a month, and then like the Brits who wanted to send a message, so they voted to leave Europe, only to find out that if you vote to leave Europe, you actually have to leave Europe, and now they regret it. This analogy suggests that Trump's appeal is based on a fleeting emotional impulse, a desire to disrupt the status quo without fully considering the consequences. Moore positions himself as a Cassandra, a voice of warning who has consistently predicted the trajectory of American politics. Let's face it, when Michael Moore starts talking, people listen. He's been predicting things before they happen for years, like some kind of political Nostradamus, but with a baseball cap and a passion for exposing corruption. This self-assuredness lends weight to his critique, suggesting that his assessment of Trump is not merely a knee-jerk reaction, but a carefully considered judgment based on years of observation. The attack intensifies as Moore delves into Trump's perceived disconnect from the concerns of ordinary Americans. I don't think they realize, I don't think they really are in touch with where the majority of Americans are at. The majority of Americans do not want this divisiveness. They don't want the threat of violence. We are okay to disagree with each other, but that's where it ends. This suggests that Trump's policies and rhetoric are not only harmful, but also out of step with the values of most Americans.
Look at this. Look at him. Nobody look at all these
patriots
back behind them. Yeah, look at how dumb they fucking look. Look at how stupid they look. Look at them all. The Patriots, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Elon. Thank you. Go Doge. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at them all. Look at all those Patriots. Look at them all. Oh, and the American flag. And yes, we love Teslas. We sure do. Go Tesla. Hell yeah.
Moore highlights Trump's notorious inability to handle criticism. Trump has been called a lot of things: business genius, by himself; stable genius, also by himself; and man whose hair looks like it's trying to escape his head, by literally everyone else. But what he is not is someone who handles criticism well. This sets the stage for a description of Trump's predictable response to Moore's takedown: a meltdown, characterized by rage tweeting and desperate attempts to deflect blame. The critique then shifts to a detailed examination of Trump's business empire, portrayed as a series of failures and scams. Let's start with the biggest, most obvious train wreck: Trump's business empire, aka the financial equivalent of a reality show. Because nothing screams great businessman like a collection of bankrupt casinos, a fraudulent university, and a steak brand that somehow failed in America. This is a direct assault on Trump's image as a successful entrepreneur, suggesting that his wealth is based on smoke and mirrors rather than genuine business acumen. The description of Trump's failed steak brand is particularly scathing. Think about that. This man had the one thing Americans loved more than freedom: red meat, and he still couldn't make it work. That's like opening a pizza place in New York and going out of business because people just weren't into it. This analogy is designed to highlight the absurdity of Trump's business failures, suggesting that he is fundamentally out of touch with the tastes and preferences of ordinary Americans. Moore extends his critique to Trump's political career, portraying it as a series of blunders and missteps. And then there's his political career, one long, slow Max Mishimo car crash that somehow manages to keep getting worse. You'd think that after losing an election, getting impeached not once but twice, and inciting one of the most chaotic and embarrassing incidents in modern American history at the Capitol, he'd take the hint and fade into political obscurity. But no, that would require a level of self-awareness that Donald J. Trump simply does not possess. This suggests that Trump's political ambitions are driven by ego rather than a genuine desire to serve the public good. Moore highlights Trump's reliance on conspiracy theories and alternative facts. His entire political brand is built on grievance, alternative facts, and the belief that reality is negotiable. Lost an election, blame fraud. Got impeached, call it a witch hunt. Get indicted, frame it as political persecution. This suggests that Trump is fundamentally dishonest, willing to distort reality in order to maintain his grip on power. The critique then focuses on Trump's legal troubles, portraying them as a direct consequence of his past actions. And let's not forget his legal troubles, which are stacking up faster than his unpaid contractors. With multiple criminal indictments, civil lawsuits, and ongoing investigations, he's facing more courtroom appearances than campaign stops. This suggests that Trump's legal problems are not the result of a political witch hunt, but rather the inevitable outcome of his own misconduct. Moore mocks Trump's obsession with winning. Oh, Trump loves to talk about winning, but let's be real. His definition of winning is like his definition of tall. Just because he says it doesn't make it true. This is a guy who lost the popular vote twice, declared bankruptcy 6 times, and somehow made golfing look exhausting. This is a direct attack on Trump's self-proclaimed image as a winner, suggesting that his success is largely a matter of self-deception. The critique culminates in a scathing assessment of Trump's brand. portraying it as a cynical attempt to exploit his supporters. And oh, the grift, the never-ending grift. If Trump could monetize failure, he'd be the richest man on earth. Everything he touches turns into an overpriced, low-quality product that his most devoted fans somehow still throw money at. He's basically the ShamWow guy of politics, except instead of cleaning up messes, he just creates new ones and then asks his supporters to pay for the mop. This suggests that Trump's political project is ultimately a scam, designed to enrich himself at the expense of his followers. Moore's Takedown is not just a critique of Trump's policies or his character, it's an attempt to dismantle the entire myth of Donald Trump. He aims to expose the contradictions, the failures, and the outright lies that underpin Trump's appeal. The goal is to shatter the illusion of power and competence that Trump has so carefully cultivated. The text anticipates Trump's predictable response to the takedown, a flurry of angry tweets, a desperate attempt to deflect blame, and a renewed effort to rally his supporters. However, the text suggests that this time Trump's usual tactics may not be enough. The critique has exposed the cracks in his armor, revealing him to be a man desperately clinging to a fantasy version of himself. The final message is one of hope, suggesting that Trump's influence is waning and that the world is moving on, as Trump struggles to maintain his grip on power. The implication is that Trump's downfall is inevitable and that his desperate attempts to cling to relevance will only make him look more pathetic.
But I appreciate you being here. We'll do it again. I like to do it. I feel good. I feel brave among you people. I feel more brave than anybody. Look how young some of these.
Good morning, patriotic Americans. This is Edward X. Young, the world's greatest Trump supporter, also known as the man with the green MAGA hat. And I'm here. It's Saturday morning, March 29th, 2025. It is 11:43 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'm in Paramus, New Jersey, outside of the Tesla dealership in Paramus, New Jersey. That's at 5:30. New Jersey Highway 17 in Paramus, New Jersey. And I'm here. Right now, I'll be here until 5:30 in the afternoon. We're having a rally to support and protect this Tesla dealership because that commie bimbo, piece of trash, garbage, Congressman Jasmine Crockett of Texas, it's her birthday today. She was born in 1981. She aims to outdo Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez as the most communist radical in the U.S. House of Representatives. And she called on her birthday, to have a day of rage, urging liberals to stand up and take down Tesla dealerships across the world, encouraging them to vandalize Tesla cars around the world. So we're here defending this Tesla dealership, and we'll be here all day, and I'll be here all day. Later, I'll be at the Trump warehouse in Ronkonkoma, Long Island, for a karaoke party. But right now, I'm here in Paramus. Here's some Patriots. Say hello, sir. Say hello.
Hey, Tim Mooney, yeah, go Elon. Trump all the way. Trump 2028 even. Let's get it going, baby.
Absolutely. Here's some more Patriots. Say hi.
Hi.
Got you on TikTok here.
Hi.
Give your support to Elon. Oh, talk to some other people. Look at them, they're tooting their horns.
Oh, sure.
Got patriotic dogs here. Hi there, hi there. Hello.
Yes.
Say hi, I got you on TikTok.
Hey, how are you? Want to ride 45, baby. Woo.
There's plenty of time for you to make it here. We're here for another almost 6 hours here in Paramus, New Jersey. I hope to see you. You know where to find us. And later I'll be at the Trump warehouse in the MAGA warehouse in Ronkonkoma, Long Island for a patriotic karaoke party. So let's stand up against the new fascists, the new Nazis, which are known as Democrats, and don't let them intimidate us.